campus of Eastern Mennonite University. For many years, EMU has been a leader in conserving natural resources. And today we have the joy and the celebration of another achievement that is in line with our core values of stewardship and social entrepreneurship. And I'm pleased that two of my predecessors are here today, Presidents Augsburger and Lapp, because they, in their years of administration, provided leadership in many ways that has brought us to the point that we are today. Caring for God's good creation is central to who we are as a Christian university. Our planet does not have unlimited natural resources, and it's imperative, I think, that we utilize clean, renewable power such as solar. The solar array on the Sadie Hartzler Library roof is the largest commercial solar project in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Getting to this point took the combined efforts of many entities and people, and I should say that while the solar project is located on the roof of the library, it in fact provides solar power to the entire campus, not just to the library. Southern Energy Management installed the system. They have consistently under-promised and over-delivered. The panels were installed in less time than anticipated, and the output thus far is exceeding expectations. As of yesterday, after 10 full days of operation, the system has produced 60% of the guaranteed output for the entire month of November. The project also benefits from the highest density solar panel on the market today, produced by SunPower. Our dream is that later this year we may be installing a second array over the North Commons parking lot. That would be an even larger project, which would provide even more electricity than the library roof project.
To call EMU's building campaign static and boring would be grossly unfair. This solar array project has been one of 3 large projects on campus this semester, plus the Science Center looming on the horizon. From a student's perspective, EMU is continuing to grow with words like innovation, creativity, and positive change. This is important for us students to see because it's a tangible example of all the outstanding work that the departments and administration are doing behind the scenes now coming to fruition. Although some students are more aware of this project than others, any that I've talked to value this sign of commitment to sustainability and creation care. It's an outward example of how our Anabaptist values affect our behavior and our decisions, in this case to find alternative forms of energy. The fact that it is the biggest single array in Virginia, for me, is not a bragging right, but simply that we are taking this call to sustainability seriously and setting precedents by leading by example. I believe this is one of the best messages to students from this project. When I was talking to a first-year student about this, she responded that it really does fit with the whole EMU experience, because she experiences more than just academic learning here. This model educates students on good living as humans. After all, the first sentence of EMU's mission is to educate students to serve and lead in a global context. And it's this whole package education that is what EMU is about. And this archetype fits perfectly with that EMU experience and education. So we as students appreciate these actions. We are grateful to be at a school of integrity with consistency between words and actions. I believe it inspires and challenges us to holistic living, as well as to lead by example, displaying the values at our core. So the message this gives students is good. The message is clear, and that's one of the reasons we're here at EMU.
To quote from the great Yogi Berra, "Thank you all for helping to make this day necessary." I feel very humbled by the eloquence of Lauren and Ben, and also by the presence of so many here today who've helped make this day possible and necessary. It takes several villages to develop a commercial scale solar project. The state enjoys some of the lowest electric rates in the nation and is one of the largest importers of electricity, unfortunately, primarily from coal and nuclear sources. There are also, and have been, numerous policy hurdles that we've had to overcome, and still a few more if we're to build a second array on this campus. For all these reasons, this solar project represents not just the largest solar panel system, which hopefully will last at least another day or two, but it's also the first power purchase agreement in the state that enabled us to finance the project so that the end user, EMU, bears no capital cost and no risk and can enjoy all the benefits of solar-generated electricity. Fortunately, one constant in all of this is that the sun, as the most reliable source of energy on the earth, can and does every day feed into the system, even on a cloudy day like today. In contrast to the sun's reliability, oil prices have gone up 10% since the day this project first began construction.
The minute I walked on this campus, and at this time we had no idea that this project was going to go through. All of the different people, all of the different villagers, as Tony referred to them, were still coming together. And I walked onto this campus and I saw the people and I could feel the energy here. And I just knew at that time that this project was going to be successful and that we would all be standing here today. So again, thank you, Tony, for making this happen. You know, Southern Energy Management has now installed many megawatts of projects, and I've shared with a couple people that it was only a couple of years ago that I was at a ceremony very much like this in North Carolina at the zoo, the North Carolina Zoo, and I believe the project was the exact same size, 104 kilowatts. And from that leadership, now North Carolina has many megawatts installed. So whatever, you know, we are certainly very optimistic and hopeful that, you know, EMU will get to be the beneficiary of many more projects going forward. Whatever occurs, the leadership that has been shown by this group of people for the state of Virginia, and as a native of the state of Virginia, I grew up in Lynchburg, I'm just delighted that we have had the opportunity to participate and want to acknowledge everybody here, whatever role you've played for helping to make Virginia a better place to live for the future of all of our generations.
I'd like to congratulate Eastern Mennonite University on this first milestone photovoltaic project for Virginia. As we've already heard, this is the largest installation in Virginia to date, and it will be a while before anyone catches up with it. This project, I think, fits very well within the governor's Virginia Energy Plan and its goals of increasing Virginia's energy security and energy self-reliance by producing indigenously generated electricity, in this case from the sun. And I'd like to think that this project becomes an example to other universities across the state. The governor's been very outspoken that he wants to make Virginia the energy capital of the East Coast. He said that this is going to require us to take advantage of all of our energy resources. I'm an idealist, but I'm also pragmatic enough to understand that this is the case. I didn't used to always be like that, but I'm getting older and I understand that now. But I'd like to also think that renewables in general and solar in particular don't take a back seat to coal and other forms of energy generation, and that solar doesn't remain a bit player in our energy future. We've got a lot going for us geographically, workforce-wise, business climate-wise. Virginia really truly can become a solar energy leader on the East Coast, if not nationally. I would like to see that happen. While this is a great day for EMU, I get frustrated also that there are still certain individuals in certain sectors out there who continue to beat the drum that solar is not ready yet. It's not ready for prime time to help us meet our energy needs. I'd like to remind these naysayers that a little over 100 years ago, 2 bicycle mechanics from Ohio with high school educations went down to Kitty Hawk and did what people at the time said was crazy, was impossible. I think we all know how that story ended. With the political will and the right policies, I think solar and other renewables absolutely can play a huge part of our energy future. Again, I'd like to congratulate you on your forward thinking and helping make EMU a solar beacon, if you will, for other universities and other public and private entities in the state who may wish to follow your lead. And I look forward to the day when Virginia is not just the energy capital of the East Coast, but the solar energy capital of the East Coast.
I'm the mayor here in Harrisonburg. I'm joined by Vice Mayor Ball and Council Member Weens, as we make up 3 of the 5-person City Council, who has been stretched with this project. And if you're in a room of like-minded people of this size and I'm in front of you, you might be afraid that I'm about to break you up into breakout sessions and make the rest of the afternoon the Harrisonburg Solar Summit. I will spare you that right now, but there's something about the point of getting us together as people of a community that have a shared interest, that need to rely on each other to make a vision a reality. That's what has been happening with this project all along. You can tell that this project is actually a product of listening and clear communication and a commitment to values that we share. And I want to congratulate all the leaders from all the different organizations that it took to make this happen. No one person or organization could have made it happen or will make the next project happen. We're the people that are going to come up with what's next, whether we know what that is yet or not. We need local people here continuing to be pioneers, to continue to push boundaries, to continue to ask thoughtfully for how local policy and state policy can mesh with federal policy to make these projects work.
This is the switch. This panel, which is currently showing an internal link, but in the next number of days, we will go external so that anyone around the world will be, on a real-time basis, be able to connect via the internet and see what this system is producing. This is showing the current live data that's coming from the solar panels on a relatively cloudy day. And if you would go back to the overview section, and we'll show there, this is just today, since this morning, and you can see these bars here. The height was at about, let's see, 9 o'clock this morning. 7, 8, 9, and then it began to tail off a little bit, and that's been pretty much the way it's worked for the last week. We had here, at one time, this shows carbon offsets, and we had here, up until a couple of days ago, number of trees saved. The problem was, I didn't get an answer yet whether those were saplings or California redwoods. I'm sure there's a standard. But for reasons other than that, we decided to change that to cups of coffee brewed. And as of today, as of this hour today, 12,387 cups brewed and 13.67 barrels of oil saved. Now, if you would switch that, if you would please, to the week. This has been in operation just a little more than a week.